Hello friends, today we're going to talk about my work planning system for 2024. I do work from home. I have 4 kiddos. I run around all day. I work around their hours, their schedules, and here's how it works. First, I have this Helenistique weeks, and you guys have seen this in my unboxing in my 2024 planner lineup. This is basically the first place that I jot down any notes, any kind of new schedules that are coming up, and everything goes into this bucket, both personal and for work. Now, once I have processed that in, every week what I would do is go in here and brain dump Saturday or Sunday, and if not throughout the week. So this is that once a week or a couple times a week type of planner. Pre-planner, I guess a lot of people call it. And it helps me to declutter my head on the weekend as I get ready and reset for the week. Once I've gotten things in here, I then go into my work planner. In here, I have some dotted stickers that are going to be seen in my planners quite a bit. This is a Sterling Inc. monthly planner. Now, I was using this for YouTube, but then you guys saw me create some YouTube stuff over here in my personal planner. So I have my YouTube log in here where I jot down all the ideas, and then also I will be logging in what days I've uploaded. So I don't really need this any longer because I still loved planning out and putting down ideas and what I wanted to do for YouTube. So I decided I'm gonna just move it all into here. So now this is a monthly in the size A5, whereas you saw this B6 that is no longer in use. Here are the monthlies. I am not using this currently today. I am sure I'm gonna get very creative and find a use for this as well. Here on this page, I'm using this as a goal planner for 2024. So I have all the different types of businesses laid out in each of the row here. And then I will be using each column as Sterling Inc. has created to the best of my ability. I typically like to see someday, 1 year, quarterly, and then probably monthly in a business planner setting. This is called a project timeline. So I'm writing down what I currently have going on at my office, my projects. I call it 12A through whatever letter per the date that the project started. 12 meaning December. These January projects that are ongoing has started in December. I do have some January that are kind of in the backlog. They're holding right now until some of these projects are done. Now, why I decided to use this perpetual calendar for my projects is because I use Notion at my office with all my team. The only thing is for me as a project manager, I am needing to see the timeline of when each project has ended. So this, starting from December, obviously we don't have a December perpetual calendar on this side. So starting from January, we're gonna see January 1st through, let's say the project, 12A ended on the 9th. Then we will see, okay, it took us X amount of days since the beginning in December of this project. On the bottom here, I have 2 lines on each of the months, and I basically have 12A to 12G. That's the current projects that we have open. So I have the start date and I have the complete date. So that way I can tell how many business days it took to finish that project. And also the priorities for the quarter, like what direction are we looking at? Because I want to look at the big picture. As a project manager, I want to look at the big picture of what is going on with my work projects. I use these monthlies as a social media planner. Top 3 colors are for my company, and then the red one is for my YouTube. So I have decided I'm gonna move in here with the YouTube contents. This is not necessarily where I work off of, but this is definitely a place where I draw the big picture for the months ahead, and then I go into my Notion, update it for my team to all see. So that way everyone's working on little bits per those contents. Now on the back pages, we have several free back pages, 19 to be exact. And what I am planning on doing over here is just content ideas. This is going to be a content planner outside of the project timeline and goals. the Hobonichi Cousin, the A5 size. Now, I did in my previous video lineup have shown you guys the ACHEIVE version, which is the half year. I was going to use that simply for the fact that I wanted another notebook for the business. I wanted some place where I can write down ideas throughout season, throughout meetings, and what have you. I decided that I don't really need this notebook if I can use this, the back pages, as I've said in my previous videos, that I will be using the back pages not for the daily use, but I am using January 9th, like 1/9, as my notebook. I have notes in here, I have drawings in here, whatever, because originally this booklet was going to be used for personal use and memory keep. Because I'm going to be using, and I have 365 pages in the back, I am starting to already write down all the table of contents here so that anytime it's absolutely important for the business and I need to look at it right away, I put red sticker dot there so that I know, hey, these are important. Make sure you pick it up and put it into Notion, or entering it into a new project, or make it into a presentation, whatever it is that I have to do something more to. So this is going to now not be used. So it's going to join this guy. Going back to the Hobonichi Cousin. So I have decorated a little bit with Coffee Monster Co.'s sticker kit. And then I have ears at a glance, kind of open like that. Not really using it for any purpose as of yet. I'm most likely going to put some paychecks in here. So like my team paychecks, the executive paychecks, so that I can look at it right away. Here on the bottom, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I'm definitely not going to double up on what I am using it here for. So I am not using the bottom as of yet, but I'm sure that I will find a use for it, and I will update you guys as things change. Here, I decorated with Christmas stickers, obviously, because I was like, this was going to be my personal memory keep type of fun, creative planner or journal, if you will. But because I'm changing it into my work planner, I have these beautiful stickers laid out, and I'm absolutely okay with it because the month is almost over. Now, come January, that is definitely not going to be the case. I'm not going to have stickers in here. Some people work very well functionally with stickers. I am not one of those people. I get like really dizzy. I think, especially because of my schedule, I run around. I am not at the office 8 to 5 or 9 to 6 doing like personal errands, kids pick up, drop off, activities, and all that kind of stuff. And then I work around my kids' schedule, my family schedule. With that being said, when I'm at work for pockets of time, I need to quickly go at a glance and then go pick it up and produce. Here on the left, I have yellow to signify for meeting schedules, because this is a project scheduler. This is work only project scheduler. And then all my travel plans, I have it in highlights. Green is for media that is due. These are where I have different projects going on and I need some kind of a media and it's due on that day. Red is project that have opened. So this is a project 12A that opened up on December 4th. And once it closes, let's say come here, like this one, is 12A, started here on the 4th of December, and my projection is to close it out on this day, January the 12th. So then I use these little sticky notepads from Daiso, because I am not sure that that's going to happen. It might change. And I don't like to use pencil in my Hobonichi papers because it doesn't really work well for me. I don't know about you guys, but I keep ripping the paper. I think I write really tough on the paper. So I am using these sticky notes, and that's the only reason why. As I go through the projects, and as I know that I'm going to be closing it out sometime in January, I will be using more of these and with a red signifier to say that, hey, I'm going to close this project out, or is estimated to close it out on this day. That means we are opening up for another new project to enter. Remember, we saw some projects that are on hold right now for January. Over here, 3 projects already, and those projects can now enter into the game. The amount of team members that I have, this is how I know how many projects I can have open at any given month. Right now, with the amount of people that I have, I can only open up, let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So 7 projects per any given month. Once we grow the company and we enter more team members into the mix, I will reevaluate how many people are well trained enough to produce for me. And then now we can add on quantity of projects as we go throughout the months of next year. So that's how I look at my project planning. And so this is basically my project planner slash scheduler. Again, everything is done on Notion. I look at these monthlies to give me a big picture. Once I see the big picture, then I go online onto Notion and I deposit all this information in so that my team members can see it, and then also they can do their parts of the projects. On the bottom here, I have different team members or clients, and I just put in like what I need from them. And once I get it from them, I just check it off. I did realize the unit ball pen doesn't work very well on these stickers from Daiso because they are glossy. So I've been using this Tombow, just kind of check off. And after it dries, and I'm not sure how soon it dries, let's test it out. It's actually already dry. So this has been an amazing product for me. So I use that to check it off. So all these need to be checked off. Unless they're checked off, I'm not ready to move on to the next part. And I have to then go into my Notion, also my Slack, to communicate with my team that, hey, I need these things done. These are just all the different projects. Again, 12A through G, and naming the projects. And then so that way I know in the month of December, these 7 projects have started. Let's go to the weeklies. Weeklies, I am going to use it as my weekly task. Again, I use Notion for work, you guys. So let's not like delete that factor. But what I do use this for is to look at the big picture of my overall week and all the work-related tasks that I need to get done throughout the week. Then the notes section. I'm using just the very simple sticky notes that you buy at Target. So it's nothing special. These are notebook pages for me. Brain dump, anything at all goes in here. Now I did create a little key for me, and these same sticker dots are going to apply in these note pages as well. But I did change up some things on the note pages. So on the note pages, because this is going to be on each of the next note page available. It's going to be blue for meeting memos, green for notes and ideas, and then red for business development ideas that are important. And again, remember those reds are also going onto the table of contents and being re-highlighted as red color dots. So that way I know, hey, Helen, you're not done with them. And once I am done with these, I have moved it into Notion. I've created it into a project. I have created it into a presentation. I'm done with that whole idea that I have. That is important. I will check it off with this marker as like done. So I don't need to look at it again. So right now I have 2 things that I need to do something about. All right, so then yellow, I haven't figured out what I need it for, so I left it blank because as I use it, most of the times, like, okay, this is a category that I need to include in, these colors. So right away, I can look at it. The dots are on the top so that I can see quickly, like these are tasks, business journal type of thing. So that's why I have these dot stickers readily available. I have the larger ones, I have the tiny ones, and then I have these SL ones. That is how I'm using my business planner, you guys. So this is basically my big picture planner for both projects and social media contents for the company, my brain dump here. And that's how this work planner system is working for me. Throughout the years, I have struggled through, working with different types of planners. Sometimes I use it for financials, sometimes content, sometimes business notes, meeting memos. But this year, just because I am launching a whole new company, it's a lot of ideas. The way I process ideas the best is by writing things down on paper, not typing on the computer. And then also goal planning is really, really important. Goal planning is only important, you guys, if you are really looking into it throughout the year. By looking at your goals and then going in through each quarter and month and weekly if you need to, daily if you need to, and really taking a look at each quarter and seeing that, hey, am I lining up with my initial goals for the year? Sometimes goals do change throughout the year because, a lot of this is like learning, experiencing, and, new ideas and so on and so forth. But for the most part, the big picture is laid out in your goal planner. And so if you want to follow this through, you definitely want to follow this through on a quarterly basis, on a monthly basis, to always try and see if you align with your initial goals, your end game for the year. If it's not aligned, then you know you need to step back and take a look at the projects that you're working on or the types of tasks that you are working on throughout that month, because that 1 month is such a big time loss in a quarter, because it's like 1/3 of your quarter is lost, right? And that is huge. It's 1/12 of the whole year that is lost. And if you have several of these type of months, you're losing out. You're basically only playing with 10 months. I can't imagine not looking at this at any given time, you know, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Probably not on a daily basis, because you should produce, not just sit here and look at this. But for the most part, on a monthly and at least weekly basis, you should take a look at this. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. You guys know I always get back on those comments. Today, we are announcing someone very special who has been picked for the giveaway that I announced last week. Ready? Drum roll. Boom. Thanks for joining the giveaway. I look forward to many more giveaways throughout the year, because that is fun. I love giving, and I love when people enjoy the things that I love as well. Thanks for joining, and I look forward to meeting you again next video. Bye.